Hi, I'm Matthew Richardson. I'm 14 years old and I've had diabetes for almost 12 years.
Yeah, so Matthew, he has type 1 diabetes. Type 1 diabetes is basically the pancreas shutting down the insulin producing side of it. The pancreas is still functioning because the pancreas has other functions that it does within the body. Yeah, when Matthew was 3 years old, the signs that he showed were pretty much him being lethargic and tired quite a lot. He was constantly thirsty and he started wetting his bed again. So yeah, it was a sort of couple of things that sort of led to another situation, and we sort of just kept putting it down to certain things. For example, that it was a hot summer, that he was thirsty, he was not eating that well, and we just thought, oh, maybe he was growing.
Growing up with diabetes was pretty hard at times. I've been high mostly, more than I've been low, which can be really tricky sometimes to get down. Hardest part of being a diabetic is probably the fact that you actually have diabetes and that your friends most likely don't, so they don't really understand it.
We've never sort of really told him that he can't have the food or the drink. I've sort of gone along with the philosophy that if I said no constantly, then he would probably want that more and then sneak it and have it behind my back, which is probably even more dangerous. And yes, he does sneak a few things that I don't know, but he's pretty good, and if he is high, then he generally will tell me what he's had. So yeah, so pretty much on a daily basis.
Experiencing highs is not very fun. You feel like you're burning from the inside, and I know it's not just me, but I know that not many people feel like this. I don't think so. So yeah, you're basically feeling like you're burning from the your stomach, and it's just making you really angry. And you're needing to go to the toilet, and you need to drink a lot as well, a lot of water. And then when you experience a low, you get really nauseous. You shake a lot, you sweat a lot, you think you don't think straight. It's not very pleasant at all. From going from a needle to a pump wasn't very hard. It was actually quite fun, to be honest, because you don't have to stab yourself in the stomach about 17 times a day, rather than just sticking a sight into your belly every 3 to 4 days. So yeah, it's much more pleasant. So this is how I changed my sight. So grab the sight and the alcohol wipe. I then unravel the bottom layer, and I take the top off. I unravel this tube. I then put the alcohol wipe onto my stomach, wait for it to dry up to become sticky. I then take the needle's protective layer off, put it down. I get the sight, I grab it, I pinch it by these two things, and I pull it back until I hear 2 clicks. And then align it with where I want to put it on. Let's just say there. It's not on the. Make sure that it's not on the actual old part of the old spot as well. And I click it in. 3, 2, 1. So that one hurt. Jesus. And then take that off because it can be a spare for when I need it. So place that over here. Now put in the old line. And I come onto my pump. I then go down to reservoir and tubing, and I go fill cannula, fill now, and it's done. To be honest, alright, I manage it pretty well, but when I eat or drink things, I go high really fast, so I'll have to bolus really fast so that will stop that. Sometimes when I bolus, it will go up, and then the insulin will start kicking in, so it will go down once I'm high. So that can really affect my diabetes. Diabetes has held me back from a few things, like going to a friend's house overnight to, going out for the day. We'll have to bring a lot of equipment with me. If we're going out, to Hamilton for a day, I'd have to bring my kit, insulin, strips, sites, all sort, and it's just a big box of things that you don't really want to bring around with you 24/7.
My name's Ben. I've been friends with Matt since first year primary year, so I've known him for quite a while.
And my name's Matthew Moana. Been close friends with Matthew Richardson since intermediate, so yeah.
We are doing a little experiment to show why it is good to do exercise for diabetics, and why you should always do it.
Sick?
Yeah, sure, go for it. Yeah.
Since your voicemail is a white voice, I cleared as a woman.
I don't know if there is a good experience with diabetes, but I suppose if you're looking at a cup half full, the best experience would be probably getting to know other kids that have got type 1 and realising that you actually aren't alone in this world.
Yo, wait guys, I'm having a load. I do have days that I ignore my diabetes, basically every day. I go on with my day without noticing it until I feel like I'm going low, like I'm going high, because then it can really affect how I feel.
When Matthew goes low, generally the signs are that he goes all floppy and goes a little bit pale, obviously. So we need to get the sugar into him to bring his mind back up to scratch, because at the moment, when he's low, there's no oxygen going to the brain.
Just imagine going up for a normal day, just going up the hill, yeah. I saw her playing a 50v50, she got 1 kill and then died.
This will be the last test to see whether fitness helped my diabetes or not.
How did you find the wall?
Nice. It's pretty hard at times, but got through it. The best way I manage my diabetes is having a look at what I am every 3 hours to 4 hours, anytime that I need to. Then I know if I'm going high or if I'm going low, or if I am high or I am low.
Do you think you should do exercise more often?
Definitely.
Are you going to do it?
No.
So what was your starting reading?
28.7.
There are so many amazing people out there that have got type 1 and still do, still achieve things in life that they've always wanted to do and never let their diabetes get in the way of what they're wanting to do.
Now, the best part of being diabetic is probably if you do go to school, you get to take out juices or food in the middle of class and just start eating or drinking it. It just, yeah.
I would say to kids, just be yourselves. Don't let it rule your life. Don't let it control you. Still live life. Just be prepared for the highs and lows, but on a whole, make sure that you just, you live life and not let it rule you. Yeah.